Well, now we have completed what if else. Now we are going to discuss one operator. The name of the operator is conditional operator. Okay, let me write that for you. So what is the concept name? Conditional operator. So very important concept, this is conditional operator. Okay, fine. So as we already know, addition will return sum, multiplication will return product, every operator will return some value, understand. Conditional operator requires three arguments. Argument 1 question mark, argument 2 colon, argument 3. Conditional operator requires how many arguments? Three arguments. Argument 1 question mark, argument 2 colon, argument 3. If argument 1 is true, this entire expression is replaced with argument 2. Understand? Conditional operator requires three arguments. If argument 1 is true, this entire expression is replaced with argument 2. Next, can you please tell conditional operator requires how many arguments? Three arguments. Argument 1, 3. If argument 1 is false, then this entire expression is replaced with argument 3. So try to understand, very important point this is. Conditional operator requires three arguments. This is left argument, this is right argument. If this is left, this is right, then this is called what? Middle. If left argument is true, the result is middle argument. If left argument is false, the result is right argument. So what is the conclusion? Conditional operator will return either middle argument or right argument, that depends on the left argument. So now we'll see some examples, right? Let us take A is equal to 10 question mark 20 colon 30. I already told in C language every non-zero is considered as true. 10 non-zero or zero, non-zero. Non-zero means true or false? True. True means middle or right? True means middle only. That is the reason. What is the answer? 20. Let us take A is equal to 0 question mark 20 colon 30. Now see here, 0. 0 means what? False. False means what? Middle or right? Right. That is the reason. What is the answer? 30. A is equal to 1.5 question mark 2.5 colon 3.5. Oh, can I write float value? Anything if you want you can write. Only 0 or non-zero. 1.5 true or false? True. True means middle or right? Middle. So what is the answer? 2.5. Let us take A is equal to 100 question mark 0 colon 200. 100 is 0 or non-zero? Non-zero. True or false? True. True means middle or right? Middle. Let us take A is equal to 100 question mark 200 colon semicolon. Now see, conditional operator requires how many arguments? Three arguments. But how many arguments I gave? Only two arguments. That is the reason. What is the answer? Compilation error. What is the compilation error? Expression syntax. Now we are going to solve some other problems here. See, let us take, I want to find maximum of two integers. How do I find maximum of two integers? Generally, if A greater than B, simply I can write here what? Max equal to A, else max equal to B. This is what we are habituated, right? Now I want to convert that into conditional. How do you convert into conditional? Is simple. See here, max is equal to A greater than B. A greater than B. If this condition is true, come to where? Middle. If this condition is true, what is maximum? A is maximum. So what should I write here? A colon B. Understand? Condition true, A is maximum. So that is the reason middle I wrote A. Condition false, what is maximum? B is maximum. Condition false, come to where? Right. Now I want to find for three variables. How do you do that? A greater than B and A greater than C. If this condition is true, this condition is true, what is maximum? A is maximum. Correct? If this entire condition is true, logical end is replaced with 1. Now, entire condition is true means A is maximum, come to middle A, colon. Now see, when will you come to colon? If anything is false. If anything is false, what is the meaning? A is not maximum. If A is not maximum, what is the maximum? B or C. So what can I write here? B greater than C, question mark, B colon C. Can you please understand what is the intention of this example? Conditional operator can be nested. Like 2 plus 3 plus 3, how you write? Conditional operator also can be nested. Next. 4 variables. A greater than B and A greater than C and A greater than D. Question mark. Try to understand. Generally in the real time, we will be writing 80 lines in a row, 25, 80 lines in a row and 25 lines. What I mean to say is, if this is your screen, okay, generally per row we need to write 80 lines only, and number of columns allowed are 25. So why this is a standard practice we do in the real time? The reason is, it's not a technical reason, it's a non-technical reason. The reason is like when you are writing a code and you document it, if you want to print it, generally we use A4 printing only, correct? In the case of A4 printing, 80 lines and 25 is the standard practice that we do in your A4 printing. That is the reason we go for 80 lines and 25. So how do we do the real thing here also? If this goes behind 80, it's not good practice, right? Then how do you do that? If this condition is true, what is maximum? Is maximum, correct? If this condition is false, what is maximum? B or C or D. How do you do that? B greater than C and B greater than D, question mark. B is maximum, colon. Next what can I do? B and C also completed. Next what can I do? C is greater than D, question mark, C, colon, D, semicolon. So this is how we generally write. See, if this entire condition is true, A is maximum. If this entire condition is true, B is maximum. If this condition is true, C is maximum. Otherwise only D. So why I wrote like this? To improve the readability. In the real time also, what do you need to do? In one line, maximum we should write only 80 characters, and vertically you need to write only 25 lines. So this is the maximum of 4 integers. Now we'll take one interview question that is asked in previous question companies. We'll try to solve that. You can also take with me and try to solve that, okay? Let us take, this is the question we have. Now we need to solve this question. By seeing this question, most of the times we people are thinking answer is error. No. Let me explain you the shortcut. After that, why the shortcut is derived, we will discuss that, okay? First you need to understand. See, when you want to solve this expression, first step you need to know how many question marks and how many colons. If number of question marks and number of colons are equal, then only I can solve. If number of question marks and number of colons are not equal, we cannot solve. First we will count number of question marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many colons expected? 6 colons expected. More or less answer is error. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if we have 6 colons, then definitely we need to solve. There is no error. Next thing, try to understand, very important point. After counting, try to understand 4 greater than 3, true or false? True. True means I need to do what? Come to middle. But if I want to come to middle, I need to know what is middle, right? For that only we are going for one concept called grouping. Understand? Again I am telling, I came to first question mark. Now I need to solve this question mark. 4 greater than 3, true or false? True. True means you need to come to middle. If I want to come to middle, I need to know what is middle, correct? For that we are going for one grouping concept. What is grouping concept is, come to first colon, match nearest left question mark. What is the process? Come to first colon, match nearest left question mark. So repeat the process anyhow until all question marks and colons are matched. So this is matched with this one and this is matched with this. See why we did this? Because 4 greater than 3 true, I need to know what is middle. Now you understand. So 4 greater than 3 true or false? True. True means come to middle. What is middle? Question mark to colon is considered as middle. Now I need to execute the middle part only. I don't really care about the right. So for our understanding, let me write another time for you. But generally you do it in a single slot only. 4 greater than 1, 20 colon, 30 colon, 4 greater than 7 question mark, 40 colon, 50. Now 6 greater than 8 true or false you need to know. false. False means you need to come to right. If you want to come to right, what is right you need to know. For that we need to go to grouping. What is a grouping? Come to first colon, match to the nearest left question mark and repeat the process. Come to first colon, match to the nearest left question mark and repeat the process. Well, so this question mark is matched with this colon. Now tell 6 greater than 8 true or false? False. False means middle or right. Now I need to come to right. So write the right one. So always you write the expression. Initial stages, you better write this. Well, now 3 greater than 8 true or false? False. False means come to right. If you want to come to right, what is middle, what is right, I need to know, right? For that only we are using which concept? Grouping. What is grouping? Come to first colon, match nearest left question mark and repeat the process. First colon, nearest left, nearest left, nearest left. Now, 3 greater than 8 true or false? False. Question mark to colon is middle, from colon it is right. So I need to write what? 4 greater than 7 question mark 40 colon 50. 4 greater than 7 true or false? False. So what is the answer? 50 is the answer. Are we clear? Now I will give you an example. You take this as an assignment or task and do it anyhow. Okay. Let me give it here so that I will use the board. A is equal to 2 question mark 1 question mark 0 question mark 10 colon 20 colon 30. Okay. So colon 40. You just take this example and try to solve this. Now I will explain the shortcut for you people. Okay. Fine. See here. If statement 1 A is equal to statement 2 else A is equal to statement 3. Now we need to convert this into conditional. How do you convert this into conditional? See here. A is equal to statement 1 question mark statement 2 colon statement 3, right? Statement 1 is true, the value of A is statement 3. Statement 1 is false, the value of A is statement 3. Now I will write one more, you just work on it. If statement 1 A is equal to statement 2 else if statement 3 A is equal to statement 4 else A is equal to statement 5. Well, now understand, first step A is equal to statement 1. Statement 1 condition, that is the reason question mark. True means what? Statement 2. False means come to else. Else means always you need to write colon. In the else, again statement 3 is a condition. That is the reason what should I do? Statement 3 question mark condition true statement 4. Else is what? Colon statement 5. Now understand, this else is belonging to inner if or this else is belonging to outer if? Always else is belonging to inner if. That is the reason I have noticed this else is belonging to this if, this else is belonging to this if. So if you can see here, this question mark is matched with, this colon is matched with the question mark. This colon is also matched with the question mark. So S1, this is the if body. S1, this is the else body. Correct? What is the meaning of this one? For the S1, in the else body, again we are having one more if else. For the S1, in the else body, we are having another if else. Now I will take one more example so that you will understand. If S1, if S2, A is equal to S3, else A is equal to S4, else A is equal to S5. Now we will understand what does it mean, right? Try to understand. It's very easy. First step, always you write A is equal to S1. Correct? S1 is true. Condition true means what should I do? Again there is if else. Condition false means else. So let me put colon. Here we have S5. Now try to understand. If condition is true, again I need to dependent on ST, then only A value can be obtained. How do you do that again? S2 question mark S3 colon S4. See, have you noticed in this question mark, in this example, question mark followed by colon we have. But in this two question marks followed by two colons. Have you noticed that? Very important. So when will we get question mark colon if else is there in the else body? But when will you get two question marks followed by two colons? When if else is there in the if body. Let us see. Try to understand. This else is always belonging to inner if. Means this colon also always belonging to nearest question mark, and this colon is belonging to the next level of question mark. So question mark is matched with this colon. This is the if body. In the if body again we have another if else. That is very important point you need to notice. Now here another example I will tell. If okay, some x, statement 1, statement 2, else, statement 3, statement 4. Now here x question mark, statement 1 semicolon, statement 2 semicolon, question mark, sorry colon, statement 3 semicolon, statement 4 semicolon. This is not valid. So understand, every conditional operator can be converted into if else. Every conditional operator can be converted into if else. Every conditional operator can be converted into if else. But every if else cannot be converted into conditional. Why? If you want to convert if else into conditional, if else should have only one statement. That is also very important point. Now see here, if x semicolon, else semicolon, is this valid or not valid? Valid. Why? Else should be written immediately after the if body. But if you write x question mark, semicolon, colon, semicolon, semicolon, this is not valid. So last two examples are deciding that what? Every conditional can be converted into if else, but vice versa is not true. Very important point that is. See, now we'll see the priority. First we have what? Not, multiplication, division, modulus, addition, subtraction, greater than, less than, greater than equal, less than or equal, equals, not equals, logical and, logical or, assignment. This was our previous priority. Now we introduced one operator. What is the name of that operator? Conditional operator. Where it will come? Here. Okay na? Now see here. Based on the nature of operation, these are called arithmetic operators. These are called relational operators. These are called logical operators. These are called what? Logical operators. This is called conditional operator. And this is called assignment operator. So this classification is based on the nature of operation. What is it called? Nature of operation. Nature of operation. Now I will write the same priority for you again. Here, not, multiplication, division, modulus, addition, subtraction, greater than, less than, greater than, equal, equals, not equals, logical and, logical or, conditional, assignment. Now understand, based on the number of arguments, this will take only one. That is the reason it is called unary. These all will take how many? Two. That is the reason these are called binary. And this will take how many? 3. That is the reason this is called ternary. Now understand. In C language, conditional operator is the only operator which takes 3 arguments. That is the reason the other name of conditional operator is ternary operator. Now we have interesting question for you. The question is, conditional operator is available in Python or conditional operator is not available in Python? You think. If you can see the operator carefully, what is my operator? Question mark followed by colon. But colon in Python is used for indentation concept, right? Whenever you want to start a function, whenever you want to start a class, or whenever you want to start if, or whenever you want to start while, for, we use what? Colon. In Python, colon is used to start new indentation, but they have provided an alternate for this. Understand? When you go to C, C++, Java, conditional is there. In Python, conditional is not there. Why conditional is not there in Python? Because colon in Python is used for indentation, but they have provided alternate. Easy only. Let us check. I want to find maximum of 2 integers. Just how do you write is max equal to In Python I am talking. A. When A, if A greater than B, else B. That's all. Simple. Like English only, right? A is the maximum if A greater than B, else B. Now if you want to find three variables, how do you write? Max equal to A. When A is greater than B and A is greater than C, right? If A is greater than B and A is greater than C. Else what? Else B is maximum. When B is maximum? If B is greater than C, else C. That's all, right? So that is how we are going to write.